Hello, welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. This is the Irish News Update. It's myself, Paul Nealon, and I'm here. A lot of news today, a lot of transfers in Irish football, which we love to see, really. Darren Randolph probably being the most noticeable one. A bit of a sideways step, some people are saying. But he has joined Bournemouth from West Ham. He's joined Bournemouth on an 18-month contract from West Ham. He's gone from pretty much being the third choice goalkeeper at West Ham to probably being the third choice keeper at Bournemouth. I understand it's a chance and an opportunity for him to stay probably where he's living at the moment, which probably suits him. It's a chance to be playing in the Premier League or in and around the Premier League, kind of that sort of experience consistently. Look, it's a viable option for Bournemouth to have him as a backup, but in terms of him, it's not really the best move. You'd imagine he could have went somewhere else where he could have been number one and played a lot more. But look, at this age of his career, he seems happy enough to be kind of playing as a backup, or being one of those keepers who's helped the younger lads. He's obviously worked with Travers before at Ireland level, and looks as though he's going to go in and be Travers' understudy this time around. So yeah, look, a bit of a strange one in my opinion. I would have liked to see Darren going somewhere and playing, maybe trying to get himself back into the international setup, but it looks like those days are probably numbered. So he has signed for Bournemouth. He looks absolutely delighted. He's just had a baby recently as well, so I'm sure that probably came into the fact that he was settled enough where he's living in that kind of London area. And I'd imagine he wouldn't have to move homes by living in Bournemouth. Second big international, I suppose, player to move is Sean Maguire. He is Shawnee Maguire, if you want to call him that. He has moved from Preston to Coventry until the end of the season on a kind of contract till the end of the season. He completed a permanent move to the Sky Blues, and he expressed his delight at making the switch from Preston North End. Just reading their website there, he said, "I'm absolutely delighted. Once I heard the interest from the club, I just wanted to get things done as soon as possible, really. It was a long day yesterday preparing myself to come in today, but I'm really happy to be here, be amongst the boys, and now I'm looking forward to the weekend." And he goes on to say why it was time for a move. There's a lot of things, really. I've been at Preston for the best part of 6 years, and it was a bit of a roller coaster ride for me, really. The first 3 or 4 years I played almost every game when fit and available. The last year and a half I haven't played that many games for various reasons. I think a fresh start at Coventry is something that I'm really craving for, and I can't wait to get going. So there you go. He also joins Luke McNally, who has joined from Burnley on loan to the Sky Blues. So 2 Irish players there to look out for going forward now. So hopefully they can go there and do well. Sean Maguire is a bit of a forgotten man in Irish football at the moment. 4 years ago he was the hottest prospect to come out of Ireland for a while, after having come back to the League of Ireland and back over then to the UK, having had that brilliant season with Cork City, helping them win the league. So yeah, he's signed for Coventry till the end of the season. A lot of people saying he might go to the League of Ireland at the end of the season, but I think if he goes there and lights it up at Coventry, they might want him sticking around. Then the other big news is that Michael Obafemi has agreed a deal with Burnley from Swansea. So he's Michael McGrath from the Telegraph has put that tweet out today, and basically did an article there on the Telegraph. It says Burnley have agreed a deal with Swansea for Michael Obafemi to join Vincent Kompany's squad in a significant move at the top of the championship. There's a whole lot of spiel then after that, but look, really good move for Obafemi. Good chance for him to get back in to the Premier League. Also a good chance for him to finish the season really strongly, get himself playing regular first team football, a run of games, and hopefully it's a run of games coming into the international qualifiers, because he's an important player for us now when he's fit and when he's available, and he seems to love coming to play for Ireland now. So happy days for that. I'd imagine that one will get announced tomorrow, if it hasn't been announced in the meantime, but we are live right now, so if it is the case, let us know in the comments. Then what is the other one? We have some more. Sorry, I was just reading the comments. I'll come to your comments in a sec. And look, the other one coming out of West Ham, then the other Irish player is Conor Coventry. He's joined Rotherham on loan to the end of the season. yeah, it'll just be to the end of the season. He's 22. I think Conor Coventry, he's dying to get out and play games. I think he signed a contract extension as well at West Ham, a 1-year extension as well as part of the loan deal. So look, it's obvious that West Ham really rate Conor, but they just aren't able to give him a chance, probably just due to the league position that they're in at the moment, and they can't put a heap of pressure on this young lad to come in and do. But I've seen enough of Conor Coventry to know that he will go on to have a decent career, whether it be Championship or maybe lower level Premier League. But he's definitely a very, very solid, good player in him. And I think he's a future Ireland international for sure. And I think if he can get into a club where, a bit like Jason Malumbi, if he can get into a club where he's appreciated and he's kind of looked upon as being one of the leaders in the dressing room, I believe he'll go on to have a really good career. But he needs game times now. This move has come at a good time for him, so I don't think he's suited to being sitting on the bench at West Ham, albeit it's in the Premier League, but he's just not doing anything there. There's no reason for him to be there. Another big signing as well, it's not big, but it could potentially be big, is that Mark O'Mahony has signed for Brighton from Cork City. He's the Ireland under-17 in Player of the Year last year. Just the website there, it goes on. Mark, who turned 18 this month, has signed a contract until June 2025 and will link up with the under-21s. He was named Ireland's under-17 Player of the Year last year and has also represented his country at under-18 and 19 level. Mark started his career playing youth football at Carrigaline United before joining Cork City. He made his debut for Cork in the League of Ireland last season, making 9 appearances as he helped Cork win back promotion. And he said, I got to know the club and the coach as well during my trial, and I knew early on that I wanted to sign here. Brighton's academy is one of the best in the country, especially with the way young players are given an opportunity and the pathway. I spoke to a few of the Irish boys in the group about what the club is like, and they all spoke really highly of what's in place here, so it was an easy decision. So there you go, Mark O'Mahony, really highly rated underage striker, has left Cork City and he's joined Brighton and Hove Albion, and I think he's going to go on to be a really, really good player. Now, he's at the best place probably for his development, as we've seen the likes of Evan Ferguson coming through, we've seen Aaron Connolly come through, we've seen Jason Malumbi come through, we're likely to see Andrew Moran coming through there soon as well. All of these players have been given a chance at Brighton, so the likelihood is if he comes through there, I know James Furlong's not far away as well, having come over from Shamrock Rovers. So Brighton, a really good club for the Irish players and really good for their development, and you see how well they develop players into their first team. So I think it's, as he said there, there's a pathway there, and who knows, we could be talking about Ferguson and O'Mahony up front for Ireland in a number of years. But there you go. Then in the League of Ireland, Derry City, it's all Cork today, by the way, all Cork City related it seems to be. But Cork midfielder Adam O'Reilly, who obviously spent last season on loan from Preston at St. Pat's, it looks as though he's going to be joining Derry City. Mark McCadden of the Irish Mirror is reporting there that Derry are set to win the race to sign the former Preston North End midfielder. He's believed to have jetted out to Spain to finalise his move, with the Candy Stripes beating a host of clubs to rival clubs to his signature. And I think he, in my opinion, he's one of the best players in the League of Ireland last season for sure, and he was really good in Europe as well. But yeah, I think that's it. And Pats then themselves, they've actually announced the addition of former Dutch underage international Noah Lewis. He's a 6'4" centre back, and he was most recently on the books of Dutch second tier team Willem II, Willem II. And he signed for the Inchicore club subject to international clearance. He came through the Feyenoord Academy. He began his career with a local team Waterwick before moving to Almere City and then on to Feyenoord in 2012. Across 7 years he rose to the ranks at youth, under 17, 18, 19 and 21 level, playing Eredivisie, Academy League, Dutch Underage Cup and in the UEFA Youth League. He spent a stint on loan at FC Dordrecht in the Dutch second division during the 1920s season. He might have played again. He might have played with Simon Power, who's at Shamrock Rovers now at Dordrecht. But anyway, he returned to Feyenoord in January 2020 and signed for Willem II in 2021. So there you go. Good move for St. Pat's. Good solid centre back with a lot of experience in the Dutch league. And look forward to seeing how he gets on there. But that, I think, is all the news for today. Let's see what the comments are bringing in, if there is any. Adam Curtis says Conor Coventry's Rotherham is good to possibly increase his chances for the senior squad in March. Yeah, look, it's an opportunity, but I actually think we're getting to the stage where we're actually getting stacked in midfield for young players to come in. Likelihood would be Hendrick in there with the likes of Alan Brown, Josh Cullen, and then you have the younger players. You'll have your Malumbis, you'll have maybe Joe Hodge. So I think Joe Hodge is actually further ahead in the pecking order than Coventry right now, just purely down to the level he's playing at. But Stephen Kenny has been a known admirer, and he was a captain of his, I think, at under 21 level. But then again, a lot of those players who were in the under 21s were all gone on to be captains since. But anyway, well, look, I've given my reaction to all of those transfers, so let us know what your reaction is in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe,